Mother's Day is just around the corner, and what better way to show your love than with something handmade? In today's video, we will be creating 3 easy and beautiful watercolor floral cards. So grab your paints and let's get started. For all the cards, I'm using watercolor paper and I'm using my watercolors that were kindly sent to me by Boomer Art Supplies. And the colors are very vibrant and juicy, so they are good. I will be using a round brush and a black gel pen as well. So for the first card, we are going to paint very loose tulips. So I'm just using few strokes to, just a few strokes to make an oval shape for the tulip, and I'm just leaving some edges on the top so that it looks some separated petals. In the similar way, I'm going to paint a few more tulips. As you can see, you can start by creating a U and then filling in for the center petal. You can always use a pencil first to know the placement where you want to paint the flowers, but I just want to do it right, you know, on the spot, and I will be adding few buds as well. And then we will be moving forward by mixing few greens to paint those stems and long thick leaves. So my favorite shade of green is a sap green. I like to mix few colors and few shades of green and then use it, but you can use any type of green. So tulips has very thick stems, so don't worry to make them perfectly thin. They are actually thick, and wherever you find space, just try to join the stem till the bottom of the page, and then we will be painting thick leaves. Once you've painted the stems, now is the time to add leaves and to cover some space with those leaves. So wherever you find space, wherever you want to balance the space, you can add the leaf wherever you find space. Don't worry about making all the leaves show up. Some can be hidden in the back, some can be shown in the front. And I like to do, once I go on with the first color for green, I always like to add in a second color of the green, which gives even more depth to the painting. So after I have painted with this sap green color, I'm going to use a different shade of green and just add few more lines to give that 3D effect, a little depth and a little tone, different tone of green as well. So it looks more lively, more playful, and a little more interesting. And then for these types of cards, I always like to splatter some color on the sides. And after everything has dried up, we are using the same color to add some more details inside of tulips. So basically, I'm just using some lines to just segregate the petals and give some shadow effects. It's very loose tulip, so don't worry to make it perfect. And finally, I will be using my black gel pen and I will be overlining the flowers. So I will make sure that I leave some little tiny white gaps while outlining the flower. It gives a very beautiful and subtle, detail to the whole flower. And I will be outlining the stems and the leaves also, but in a very loose manner. So we are not actually going to stress about outlining each and every line. Just try to do it loosely, very sketchy, and in that way it's going to look an effortless card. And then I like to add the border that I create freehand. So I just start with the design and create lines on the sides just as a border. It's optional, but I always like to do this on the card so it gives more edge to the card. So yeah, that's that. And there we have a very simple and yet very fun, colorful, very fresh kind of a card for Mother's Day. You can use the same pen to write a text, and I love this one. Now let's move on to the second card. For this one, I'm using a deep purple color mixed with the same pink that we used earlier. And we are going to paint very easy, loose, floral, three petal flowers for this one. So as you can see, I'm just painting blobs of colors, making some oval shapes together. So just wiggling the edges, and you can choose to make 3 petals or 2 petals as well. It's up to you. And I'm just going to place the flowers in a manner in which I'm able to cover almost the whole space for the card. And yeah, but you can place however and wherever you want. And then I'm mixing a very deep shade of green, and I'm going to create the stems for this one. And for this one, I'm going to create a little tiny kind of triangle shape at the bottom of the flower to show its green, part for that flower, and then a long thin stem. For the leaves, I'm going to make them in a quirky manner. So I'm just making some rounded shapes and leaving the gaps in the center. Because it's a card, you can do whatever you want. So I like this shape, and I'm going to move forward with that. But be free, choose your own shape of leaves, any color for them. It's your card, your creation. Adding the splatter again, and after everything has dried up, I'm going to use my black gel pen for the details. Similar to the first one, I'm going to overline the flower, creating an segregation for the leaves, for the petals, and then I will be using a white gel pen to give some more details. And here I'm using the similar manner. I'm drawing the borders for the card. I like to do it freehand because it gives a little more handmade effect rather than using a scale. So try to make the borders yourself, it really makes a big difference. And finally, after this, I will be using a white gel pen and add tiny little dots in the center of those flowers. And here you have your second beautiful, very lively card for Mother's Day or any other occasion as well. And now let's start with the third and final card for today, for which I'm going to use a very bright red color and a little bit of orange as well in some of the places. And I'm creating the similar kind of flowers, but they are little bit edgy petals. So I'm making 3 petal flowers and I'm going to switch between red and orange, you know, to and fro. And I'm going to create a different variation. Some flowers can be big, some can be small. So yeah, and choose the colors wherever you want to drop orange. Just add a little bit orange, or maybe one of the petals could be orange and the rest can be red. So yeah, this way you have some variation on your flowers. And similarly, I'm going to add one little tiny flower as well again. So as I told you, you can choose what composition you want to make, how many flowers you want to paint on your card. Maybe you only want to paint one big flower in the center, that also looks very nice. And yeah, and finally I will be using a green color to add the stems for the flowers. You can do this while the flowers are still wet so that you get a very nice bleed to the flowers with that green shade. So it's totally up to you. I'm going to add very curved, very nice thin long stems. So now is the time to add those leaves and fill it up with some greenery. So choose your color for the green and start adding big and small petals wherever you find space. It's time to add the details with that very nice black gel pen. I'm going to add some steamer in the center for this one and not outlining or overlining the flower. And I'm going to add tiny little dots in at the ends of these lines that I created in the center. finally adding that border for that edgy look. And with this, we have finished our third card as well. I hope you all enjoyed making these cute and easy watercolor cards with me. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more fun and easy art ideas. Thank you so much and wishing all the amazing moms happy Mother's Day. Bye bye.